Hi, so I'm going to be doing a review on the MAC Art of the Eye, the collection that was just released at the very end of April. And while I did not get everything from that collection, I did pick up the 5 individual eyeshadows along with the 3 chromatography pencils, which yes, are permanent and you do not have to rush out and get them because they will be there, so don't worry about that. The 5 eyeshadows are limited edition, so if you are looking to get them, I would get your hands on them as soon as possible. Let's talk about the shades. First of all, this collection has Arabic sounding names, Arabic names for a lot of the products because it is MAC's first Arab collection, Arabic themed collection to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me. Let's talk about the best performing shadows first, and then we'll talk about the worst performing shadows, okay? So the first one, and forgive me, I looked up how to say these, and I still don't know how to say them. So just forgive me on that. We have Benefisaci. I don't know. Really, I'm not good at this. And it's a dark blue. There's a little bit of reflection in it. I wouldn't call it a duochrome since it has so little duochrome in it. And this was just from one. Just in case. From one back and forth. You get a decent pigmentation and it does blend out quite nicely. It's not too powdery. It retains its reflective nature even when blended out, and even when wiped off it's still there. So great quality on the Benefisaci. They would make a great liner, makes a great crease color, and great defining shade for the outer V, if that's what you do with eyeshadow. Or you could just do a smoky eye with it. So a little bit, it's multi-use. And the chromatography pencil that would go with that would be High Def Cyan, and it would also go with Parrot, the color I'm about to show you. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you this pencil real quick. So I'm going to put the pencil right here. It's High Def Cyan. You can always do a nice smoky eye and then have this line in the lower lid. Now you cannot use High Def Cyan chromatography pencil to line your waterline, so be careful with that. Don't use it. You might get irritated eye. I mean, you use it at your own risk. I'm not telling you to do that. That's High Def Cyan, and that's the chromatography pencil. I used mine already. This makes a really great liner if you do a simple, very neutral kind of nude eye, and then you just simply line with the High Def Cyan and mascara, or even just a thin line of black under it. You can get a really nice look going on. Nice pop of color on your eyes. Now the next one is Parrot, which is an English name, thank goodness. And that's a nice, oh my gosh, it's making my camera spaz a little bit. It's a nice teal with a blue-green reflection. Kind of like a parrot's wings, which is pretty on point. And use a different finger. 1, 2. Very pigmented, very pretty, easy to blend. It's easy to build up. Remember, this is not over primer, but if it was over primer, just imagine how pigmented this would really be. Now again, you can use this as a whole. I'm actually using this as a crease color, and I did more of a nude on my lid and blended it down and blended it out. I'm only wearing, the only shadows that I'm wearing on my eye are one nude shade on my lid, just to lighten it a little bit, and Parrot blended out from the crease up and layered here. That's all I'm wearing, and it looks very multi-dimensional on my eye. It looks like I'm wearing multiple different shadows, and I'm really not. I'm wearing one of the nude shades from the Naked palette. I'll have information probably on my Instagram. And just Parrot. Again, very, very pretty colors to return. This color has been re-promoted, so you might have it from a previous release, or you might have just picked it up now. Now I'm going to go to the not so well performing shades. I've seen other people posting swatches of these, and I can only imagine how much primer they had to use. And I do use primer, but I mean, I can only imagine how much they had to use and how much they had to layer it on, because these shades are not well performing. They're good and they can be built up, but on their own, they're very hard. Like, I would even say if you want to apply these shades, use a sponge applicator. I know, blasphemy, but really, they're just using a brush will make you have to pile it on, and it will take forever. So, I'm going to talk about Farasha, and it's this bright orange. And one more note, this is a matte shade, and you get 1.5 grams, But on the Frost, you also get 1.5 grams, but on the Volux Pearl, you get only 1.3 grams. So you're paying the same price and getting a little bit less on the Frost or the Volux Pearl. Now I'm going to use my pinky, and I'm going to go twice across. And you think that's nice, but that's using my hand. But then when I transfer it to my skin, it's extremely, extremely sheer. Extremely. It's too, I guess, powdery. It's a little chalky. I do not like how it feels when I use a brush. It simply does not transfer well to the eye, and I'm really not sure why it does that. But I had a hard time working with this shade. I had to pretty much apply, dip my brush in again. Apply, dip my brush in again. And I shouldn't have to do that for a brand like MAC. The next one is Gamelia. This is a little bit better in terms of quality, but it's still quite lacking. Really lacking. I mean, obviously you're not going like this against your eye, so you're going to wind up with a color like that on your eye unless you have primer and unless you're building it up, which really should not be happening for a MAC product. And this color is very close to Embrace Me from the fashion set, so if you're looking for something just a bit more pigmented and higher quality, go with that and skip Gamelia. And the pencil that would go with Gamelia and also that would go well with the F1, I can't say these names like I said, is Process Magenta, which is a pink. And I believe you can use this on your eye, but you cannot use it in the waterline. I think I'm going to look that up real quick when I start doing my blog entry. But you can use this on your lips, and it is a gorgeous color also. You can use this in the same way as the High Def Cyan. You know, do it as a pop of color on the upper lid, or even just a pop of color on the lower lid, as long as you don't put it on your waterline. And last but not least, we have Hajar Karim. I believe this means jewel. I believe it means jewel. And it's a grassy green shade, and it is also matte. This is matte. Gamelia is Volux. Benefaciashi is Volux. Parrot is a Frost, and Farasha the orange is a matte. So you have two mattes. You have a whole different bunch of formulas in this collection. So I'll quickly do a quick swatch of this. That's two. That's two moves across it. Two. And it's very, very sheer. Like, no matter what I do, it's sheer. Even when I did the swatch for my Instagram, it's extremely sheer. Like, there's nothing I can do to make this build up. You literally have to just cake this on, and you should not have to do that with a MAC Cosmetics. You should not be caking on. So I was a little disappointed. I love the colors of this collection, but I'm so disappointed in their quality. It just boggles my mind. Then we have the Landscape Green Chromatography Pencil, and that goes good with that green. And again, you can just do this on the eye. You can do this as a simple liner. I don't think you can use this near your lips, but then again, why would you? I mean, I wear green lipstick, but I don't think I would need a green liner for it. Overall, MAC Art of the Eye kind of disappointed me in terms of quality. I love the color range, and had it been just slightly more pigmented, since it is about, you know, that whole Arabic, very bright colored, very bold kind of look on the eye, and it is the art of the eye, you would think that these would be a bit higher quality, and they're not. So it's kind of up to you whether you want to pass on them, or are you willing to work with these colors. Like I said, you could get Embrace Me to replace Gamelia, and I'm sure there's other shades in the MAC family of colors, since they do have so many that you can get that are dupable to these shades, so that you do not have to work with these shades. Wow, I said too many halves in that sentence. So you do not have to work with these shades. So my suggestion to you is either get a really good primer, use a sponge applicator, or kind of just cake it on. And again, that's up to you. I'll have high quality swatches, high quality picture swatches on my blog, thecosmoholic.blogspot.com. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, Recycled Stardust, where I constantly have updates on different cosmetic releases, deals, different pictures of cosmetics that I've been sent or I've bought, and just different reviews and everything you can imagine in between, looks of the day. So you can follow me there, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've had better luck with these shadows.